Hey kids, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 3 as the United Kingdom. So last episode we kind of shored up this line against Japan here, sort of holding this river line here and holding the city of Bangkok and these jungle tiles there as well. We probably have more than we need here, to be honest. We got a lot of, well, no, we probably have just what we need. Like, you know, was it a dozen or so of those jungle marines. Couple things I noticed. I completely missed this last episode, but America has invaded Japan, which is uh, which is kind of funny. I wonder how that'll go. I am not gonna help them. I'm not gonna help them. They can putz around here all they want. I don't know. They've got a lot. They've got like 5 divisions of Marines in what is this? Shikoku in the Shikoku region. Yeah, so that's hilarious. We're just gonna let that play out because I really do have more important things to do than land troops in Japan. We did last episode. We sunk a Japanese fleet. We sunk a Japanese fleet, and that went quite well. We totally obliterated them, and I believe it included an escort carrier. Obviously, it would have been nice if we'd gotten a fleet carrier, but where is it here? Let me just find the ship sunk, sinker country. No, I want owner. There we go. Let's take a look actually at what's been sunk of Japan's. Yeah, mostly stuff that I've sunk. It looks like the I don't know, the U.S. has sunk a couple of things. No, they've sunk a couple of submarines. It basically hasn't sunk anything. Um, yeah, no. So, landing craft, destroyers, submarines. What else? Submarines. That's a heavy cruiser, a battle cruiser, 2 light cruisers, and yeah, like as I thought, it was an escort carrier. So yeah, just a significant naval victory, let's say. Wow, oh man, the USA is getting just reamed by Japan. Looks like Japan is focusing their carriers on the American fleet, which is fine by me. What are we going to do this episode? We're going to invade. We're going to invade France. I've got a whole army in the queue here. Uh, Am I gonna actually do a landing? I think I can land and then hold the a beachhead with one army. It's risky, but well, it's not really risky, but it's you know. The other thing is that our third carrier carrier fleet here. Is that what we're calling these now? Second carrier, yeah. Oh, I see. These are kind of not named properly. This one will be the first because it has the older ones, and then second, and then yeah, this is basically going to be the third carrier fleet or carrier squadron or whatever we're calling it. I should get a better leader. I should probably get the best possible leader, to be honest. Um, yeah, so we're going to no Navy leaders. Yeah, you're just not even in use, are you? You're attached to the Mediterranean fleet. Yeah, let's take this guy. Can I cancel your order? Where are you? Supplied from Malta. Oh, I see. Yeah, so just move there. I'll put that leader there. Other things I'm going to keep in mind, I've got a stack of Marines and Gurkhas here, and I need to start putting them to use. So I will be fighting Japan, just not going to invade the home islands because I don't want to move forces in there. Stuff like this is perfect. I can, as they land stuff, I can just mop them up with Gurkhas, and I don't particularly want them. It's not ideal for them to be holding these kind of ports. For the time being, I can hold them off in the Singapore Strait, but ideally, once I get that third carrier squadron, I should be able to hold off the Sunda Strait as well, and then this whole area here. So if they want, I'd like to try and put together a situation where if Japan wants to attack us, they have to go. They have to go really the long way around. So yeah, starting by at least securing the kind of outer Dutch East Indies here, or the western portion of it. Yeah, and then obviously this would be nice to mop up as well. It's kind of a shame to abandon these that Dutch division there, but they're screwed. I can't get there fast enough. I mean, I probably could, but not worth it. Yeah, and then looks like Australia has taken some stuff from Japan too. You hero, awesome. Yeah, Australia seems to be doing well this game. Sometimes you'll be in like 1943 and you'll see like the Fall of Sydney event appear or something, and it's just sort of like absolute silliness. Um, yeah, no, Australia's crazy place for Japan to be invading. But anyway, yep. So I'm not going to do anything here. I'm going to try and do that, and I hope that we can maybe land in this episode. If not, I'll at the very least be totally ready to land, and we'll do so next at the beginning of next episode. But yeah. So I'm gonna put on like speed 3, and I want to switch out this leader here because there's no sense in having this skill 6, almost skill 7 guy in the Mediterranean. These battle fleets, I mean, I've kind of mothballed them at this point, basically. Sure. Yeah, pretty much mothballed them at this point because they're just not. They're just not. So let's make a reserve fleet. Um, I might get another carrier squadron going. Let's just do that, and you need to be attached back to the Mediterranean fleet, which is man. I'm just going to attach you. Oh, there it is. Okay, awesome. And then that's on automatic. The CAGs are going to be done tomorrow. I assigned the leaders for these. We're kind of running out of good air leaders, to be honest, but I assigned the leaders for these off screen so that we would not be kind of bogged down in that. I just want to go over so I've got armor divisions coming out. Basically, it's all army at this point. These guys have just been relegated to the bottom of the queue indefinitely. If anything, I need more garrisons, I think. I've also got a few units that I want to kind of distribute around, so we'll do that right at the start of this episode. Just to make sure I've got old guards on all these guys. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, so I'm going to send those 2 garrisons are going to the Pacific, and these cavalry divisions are going to go to probably Italy, I think. Italy and North Africa, maybe. Yeah. Let's start by... I don't think I really need to put a cavalry unit there. Let's start by sending you here. I don't need this. And I can just assign them to the theater and have them do kind of partisan patrolling. Yep. All right. That's the CAGs coming out right away, which is awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna put garrisons here, and here. I really have to be, almost overzealous with garrisoning East Asian ports because I just don't want Japan to kind of create bottlenecks over there. How many would on convoys? Oof. Okay, let's put some more convoys in. I can also manually control them, but I've sort of decided. Oh, those are escorts. Bad news. We do not want escorts. Actually, that could be an interesting point to sort of thing to talk about. There's 2 ways. There's a few ways you can approach. I mean, obviously the convoy system and the Battle of the Atlantic in Hearts of Iron 3 is not super elaborate, and part of the problem is that these ships don't give you any practical, right? They don't give you any practical, so you don't get better at building them over time. They don't make you better at building stuff, and they also don't really improve. The escorts do improve a tiny bit. Escort efficiency. plus 20%. So we do you do improve escorts by improving the destroyer escort roll tech, and it's substantial. It's substantial, to be honest. But yeah, so there are a couple ways you can do this. You can actually spam a bunch of escorts. So the escorts take twice as much IC as the convoys, so it's like not great. Another thing I mentioned as well, I think I mentioned this in an early mission. This has nothing to do with those escorts. This has to do with the mission that you can send like one of these fleets on to. What is it? Escort. This is that escort mission there, which is really useless. So yeah, no, it's a bit of a shame. It's a bit of a shame. I know in Black Ice they've done some stuff. They've essentially just created more units and replaced these with more units basically, and that's good because I'm gonna do. I guess I'll do a bit of a history talk here before I really get into this, but these types of ships, both convoys and escorts, were just like essential to the Allied war effort. You take something like even the Canadian Navy, for example, which by the end of the war was in the top 5 navies in the world. It wasn't a navy full of battleships and carriers, of course. It was a navy of corvettes and frigates and small ships that by the end of the war were very very good at escorting convoys and at anti-submarine warfare. And so it's a bit of a shame that this is just sort of a stupid IC dump in this game. But that's how it is. Anyway. So I'm going to put those in the queue for now. I will probably want a few more garrisons at some point, but I'll hold off for now. Just sort of build them as I need them. Yeah. And then let's deploy... Oh yeah. We should definitely be paying attention here. I want to catch more ships for sure. I know that I've got one of these fleets... Where are you? Oh yeah, this fleet I think is repairing. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Great Air Force, finally. Jesus, that's been a long time coming. One thing I want to check maybe is what do we have for, in terms of invading. Huh. Yeah, I'm just gonna send this interceptor squadron, but I think I should probably put an interceptor squadron in the queue. I think we're gonna need at least one, if not two more. Hawker Typhoon, great plane. Yeah, I think we're gonna need a little bit more. Do I still have somewhere here? I have tactical, yeah. Okay, and I've got I think 2 tacks down here as well. I'm not a heavy user of. I'm just not a heavy user of tack bombers as the UK. A bit too much micromanagement considering how much Navy and air shit's going on already. How are our? Let's do a strategic bombing run. Yeah. Yep. Look at the resource map mode. Oh, looks like Dusseldorf is still obliterated from last time we bombed them. Yeah, well, maybe more worthwhile to hit here. Let's just send them on like a 2-night run. Or a 1-night run would have been enough. That's ridiculous. Okay, let's hit the infrastructure. Logistical bombing, night, passive, go. Yeah, let's take a look at the Eastern fronts. So I want to intervene in Finland at some point, ideally before the Soviets do. I don't know if Finland's actually at war with the Soviet Union right now, though. At war with Poland, United Kingdom. They're at war with us. Yeah, they're at war with all the allies. I don't think they are actually at war with the Soviet Union. So yeah, something to keep an eye on. Something that's the continuation war. That's the event they get that lets them do that. Yeah. So looks like this is normal. This is perfectly normal. Germany is having some reasonable success on the Eastern Front, but that will dry up very very soon. I say by the end of this summer. 42 should usually be the last good summer. Wait. Oh, I thought they took Hong Kong for a second. No, that's Huangsu. Okay, interesting. Yeah, America's. It's rare to see America like this ballsy in the Pacific this early. So that's not such a bad thing. Anyway, let's watch this battle. Okay, let's follow them. Yeah, we've got them kind of in a good spot right now because they have to pass through the strait to get here, or they will pass through that strait to get there. They don't have to, but they don't have a port on this side of the strait. Oh, no, they have one there. No, they don't. No, they don't have that port, no, which is really stupid. So I can kind of oh, there's a carrier fleet. Ooh, that's a big fleet. I'm actually somewhat cautious about. Let's just do this. See if we can intercept that fleet. I've got our fleet repairing right now, so I'm actually a bit cautious about engaging. We're gonna engage them anyway, to be honest. I probably should have just sunk those ones. Let's send them back here. I'm waiting for the. There we go. That's what I'm waiting for. That keg. Got to keep an eye on my leadership too. It's 132. That's fine. I've got 5 points I think in leadership right now, but I'm gonna need to pump some more in soon. Right. Let's rebase these to the carriers. Doesn't matter. Rebase them to the carrier. I should probably choose a better leader for this guy. That guy looks good to me. And there we go. And then once that fleet, it's going to take about a month, but once this fleet has like full org, and you know, for all of the carrier air groups, then I will, you know, 3 carrier squadrons, I will feel pretty invincible in the Pacific. That means I can have 1 repairing and, you know, potentially 2 that are kind of combat ready at all times. They take a long time to repair, right? Money for crudes. No, whatever. Let me see here. Right, I've got this to deal with as well. Where are you? Oh, they're still not there. Okay, all right. We're probably gonna go to speed 5, although I'm feeling like kind of watching this strait here, to be honest. Okay, we're sinking Japanese ships. Okay, do I have? I should keep an eye. I don't know what this. I didn't look at these cores here. I'm gonna need to do. I'm gonna need to reorganize this army. To be honest, I was thinking I might do it on screen. We'll see. We'll see how bad it looks. I'm not going to be like naming. I mean, obviously, I'm just naming a core right now, but I'm not going to worry about like everything being like named how I like it and everything. But I do want to make sure that that Army Group France has the best leaders. So at the very least, I'll be paying attention to the corps leaders and the army leaders and the army group leader. Like I'm not going to pay too much attention to the divisions. Maybe just check and make sure there's no old guards on them. But yeah, I'm going to be pulling off some of my good leaders from the front in Italy, and I'm going to be sending them to that front. And there's a couple reasons for that. First of all, obviously, I'm going to be facing more German troops here than I am in Italy, and the German troops are better. Second of all, this is like these units are going to fight a lot. Once we start advancing, they're going to fight a lot. These units are basically going to sit there. Like even though I could advance now with this puny little army here. It's not even a full 25 division army. It's like there's like 20 divisions here or something. I could attack. I'm just like these are very weak troops and there's not very many of them. But the more I advance here, the terrain gets rough, and I've still got like a battle plan on there. The terrain gets rough as we go up through here, and then when we get up here, we have a wider front to defend, and there's kind of no reward. We're just rewarded with more rough terrain. So this will be kind of the very last minute. You know, at some point we'll decide, okay, it's time for Italy to capitulate, and that'll be that. Speaking of, let's put a war goal in Japan before I forget. It's very easy to forget to put war goals as the allies because you are not the aggressor. You typically don't select one. Like you don't select one as they declare war on you. So we're just going to put conquer. I want to keep anything I take from them. I think I've got conquer on Italy as well, yeah. Yeah, I do. Okay. Quick tip as well, install democracy is broken. It just doesn't work. It was implemented in one of the DLCs, and they never got it working. It's just don't use it. It will do weird things. I've had it work before in the sense that a democracy appears in Italy or whatever, but it doesn't seem to have any mechanism to to have that democracy kind of be guaranteed in any way. So they can just instantly flip governments, and it's bad. Don't do it. Let's see here. 11 ships, so they've got a bigger fleet, but most of them are those look like destroyers and like cruisers. Is that a DD? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the destroyer has like a rounder symbol. Anyway, destroyers and light cruisers. Looks like I'm gonna sink some escorts. And the most important thing when you're fighting, this is going to turn into a naval tutorial. I want to do a naval tutorial for this game, by the way. It's in the cards. Probably in a few weeks or something. Maybe when this Let's Play's done. When you are fighting carriers, when you engage like this, you're going to see what's going on. The org of the this is a I can't tell whether that's an escort carrier or it looks like a fleet carrier. You're going to see like, well, the org is not going down, right? Well, it's because the battle in the air has to finish first. So this is what you need to be looking at for the first phase. And they may not engage for very long. Like, there we go. So they've fled. They're actually they're still battling here, but there. Now the org of Akagi, the fleet carrier, has gone down. They, I believe, are trying to flee. I'm going to send out this damaged carrier. Yeah, I'm going to send these guys out. Put them on aggressive. It's worth it, even if I lose a screen or something. I just don't want to lose a carrier. They're kind of deorged. It's not great. It's not ideal, but yeah. I just don't want to risk losing them, because if I can sink that carrier, we may not. It's all okay. Yeah. So now they're fighting again in the air. The air battles don't typically last as long as the naval battles. So this is what you should be paying attention to, because you won't see a, and obviously unless you really have a doom stack, but you won't see a decisive result in the naval battle until the air battle has a decisive result. Now obviously this is indicating success, right? We're not losing any org, and the reason we're not losing any org is because we're winning the air battles, and the reason we're winning the air battles is because we have better air doctrines than Japan. So the carrier warfare is all about doctrines, and that's actually not such a bad thing historically speaking, because there wasn't really anything wrong with Japan's carriers. There wasn't really anything wrong with their carrier-borne aircraft, especially early on. Obviously, as the war went on, the Americans and the British developed better aircraft and better carriers simply because of their industrial might. But there we go. Now the planes are completely deorged, and we should start to maybe see some naval strikes. Yeah, but basically the combination of radar and just tactics at a certain point never really evolved with the Japanese. Specifically, they were lacking a key piece of the puzzle, which was the radar. But I do think it's yeah. So we're just going back and forth between these air battles. So we're starting. See, our CAGs are starting to get deorged, but that's not such a big deal. But yeah, no. So I think it's good that that carrier battles not be won by, how modern your carriers are, but more by the fleet doctrine. I think that really makes sense to me. At the end of the day, most of the battles are happening in the air anyway. And okay, so we've won. That's the air battle. Okay. Oh, it looks like well, that's not so great. I think we're overstacked in Singapore, to be honest. Yeah, we're overstacked here. Yeah, I gotta be very careful about that. Whatever these guys are participating in the battle. Yeah, they're gonna get crushed. I mean, that's gonna give us a nasty stacking penalty in the air, but that's interesting. So Bulgaria sent some transports. Okay, so that's yet another air battle we've won. Air battle in the Gulf of naval battle. Okay. Okay, now I think they're fleeing, and they're fleeing into this province. Okay, that's my air unit going back to Singapore. Okay. Damn. Okay, what's going on? Okay, these guys are just still kind of deorged from the last battle. Yeah, you can see that I'm gonna have to send these probably to ports. You can also build extra kegs and then cycle them out using air bases, which is a very good way to do things. I just find as the UK in particular that like I'm building so many kegs anyway that I need them all on carriers at all times, or things get really messy real fast. Are we? Oh, we engaged again. Yeah, we engaged again. Maybe we never disengaged. I think they're pretty much trapped. Okay, what's going on now? I think they've added. Well, they're up to 10 ships. Won the Battle of the Straits of Malacca. I think it's still the air battle though. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're basically unable to retreat. Which these long drawn out battles we may very well. Ooh yeah, look at that. Strength at 1.6. I think we may actually completely destroy the carrier aircraft on their carrier, which would be ideal. Very rare that that happens against the AI because they usually end up retreating. So HMS Furious is starting to get hit. Okay, we sunk. Looks like that's a destroyer, transports, a landing craft, and a battle cruiser. They're actually fleeing in the opposite direction now. I'll follow them, but I've got to get that carrier out of battle. So let's do this. Where's my third? My third squadron should actually be not too far at this point. Okay, it's still at Suez. Okay. I just want to do a little bit of quick housekeeping here. I would like to keep at least 2 of these there. Send these guys here. It's really just overkill, but it's always good to have rearguard units. Even if you're totally winning the game, there's nothing worse than, you know, your front is like here or something, and then like there's just some madness going on here with partisans. It's just, I don't know. I find it really irritating. I like to have a proper rearguard. Also, it's kind of how the game's meant to be played. You know, obviously, if you're just really fast, you can just go straight for the throat and defeat all your opponents. But I don't know. It's less fun. All right. Hopefully, we'll catch them. Although our kegs are basically out of org. Like we can't really. It's risky here. We don't. Their kegs are totally out of org though. Well, these leaders are actually, no, not really. Air leaders just don't gain a lot of skill. You got to win a lot of air battles to gain skill. And okay, so we've caught them again. Now they seem to be fleeing that way. Hopefully the second carrier squadron with the illustrious class carriers will catch them. Looks like we're getting bombed. No, oh, that's the kegs. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's what I was hoping for. Oh. So now what I'd like to do actually is get these out of here and try and pursue with this fleet. I might have to take this guy up to Rangoon. It's not really good for me to have him in Rangoon though. Yeah, let's see if we can catch them with the with Cunningham's squadron here. How's his leader doing? Somerville's skill 7, so he's our best He is our best. There we go. We caught him again. Sorry, I missed that last battle. You gotta kind of keep it on slower speeds. Oh, looks like we're gonna sink Akagi, which is great. Ooh, I'm not sure we did. I don't think we did. Let's pursue again. I think we're getting hit by naval. I think we might be getting hit by naval bombers. They've probably got naval bombers down here. It'd be really good to get rid of those air bases. Those are a real hassle. Let's just check on this again. I'll leave a couple here. Is there anywhere else that I want cavalry? Not really. I'm just gonna leave them here. I'll take the garrisons. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave the cavalry there for now. I built a bit too much cavalry, to be perfectly honest, but that's okay. You can deploy to here. Hopefully they won't get caught by some fleet on the way, but if they do, we've got lots of fleets in the area. Okay, that's an air engagement. Yeah, they've got more kegs, that's for sure. Okay, there's the naval engagements. Come on. There's also 2 battleships here, Yamashiro and Fuzo. Those are not the super battleships, I don't think. The super heavy battleships or whatever they're called. Okay, that's battle is won. Ooh, it's hard to tell. I think they're going, yeah, okay, that Dutch one is going back to port, so I think they're going this way. It's hard when there's an allied fleet to tell which way they're going. If we miss them once, then they'll be in port repairing. I think we're going the right way. Okay, we caught him. I also think that we must have sunk the we sunk Fuzo for sure. Is there anything left here? I don't see anything. I don't think so. I think that's it. I think they're dead. Let me check the... I'm just going to let a couple hours pass. Sometimes you don't actually see it on the screen. So let's send the first carrier squadron back to Singapore because I'd rather have it repair in Singapore. We'll just kind of guard the passage here. At this point, Cunningham is level 6. He's still level 6. Okay. Somerville's level 7. Once they get to like level 8 or 9, I don't care if they're in the same tile. The stacking penalty reduction is from having a level 8 or 9 leader is perfectly fine to have fleets that are like size 20. You know, or even size 30. You can start. That's when doom stacks start to become really effective. Is when you have those leaders that have sort of high level leaders. Where is the 3rd carrier squadron? Awesome. Okay, it's now supplied from Singapore. I'm trying to see what else can I do here. I think I'm gonna send it straight to the Sunda Strait. The org is in pretty good shape. Yeah, everything looks pretty good here. Let's no. I need to actually send the fleet, not the... Yeah, let's send 3rd Carrier Squadron straight to the Sunda Strait, supplied from Singapore, so it's in range. Yeah, okay. Have we got landing craft here? Oh my god, these guys... Are these guys... Ooh, that's bad. Ooh, man. That's really bad. We do not want that. The Gurkhas were embarked in their... Question is, where do I want to land? What's the range of the air transport commands? Air transport commands can, yeah, we can do this with the Gurkhas actually. Save the landing craft. What's the terrain like? Forest and jungle. Okay, let's do it. Are they gonna be able to? Yeah, they're gonna be able to load up. Okay, we will. What's the hotkey for that? P. Okay. Yeah. Question is, where should I land? I need a port. Ideally, I would separate them out, but I can take Osthaven. Yeah, this looks fine to me. Oh, continuous day. All right, and then we have that fleet heading down there to blockade the straits, which is great. Oftentimes, when you do land troops, the Japanese will rush a fleet forward, so that's good. I think I'm going to take. That one's going back to. See, what I'd like to do is take another fleet and grab that port at the same time, but I think I'll just leave it alone for now, to be honest. Because I've got the Marines as well. Could also probably do Marine landing with the Gurkhas from here to here. Probably not worth it to wait until their org comes back up. Money for crude. Oh, perfect. So that ship is almost there. Awesome. Yeah, this is way overkill, these 5 divisions. win that battle. Hopefully we don't run out of fuel. Okay, 72 hours. Or not fuel, I mean if we run out of supplies. If we do run out of supplies, I can send the Marines to take the port. Just like to have a little bit of flexibility. Block the strait. Port strike in Dover, that's oof. No, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Awesome. Getting some action here. Whoa, this is a big fleet. Okay. So, what condition is that fleet in? 74% on the Victorious. This fleet still needs to repair. It didn't quite finish repairing for the first time around. Okay. That's three carriers. 16 ships. This is not guaranteed at all. So I'm gonna send out everything. This is in shit shape. I'm gonna try and hold it back as much as I can, but yeah, there's just no. Let's send you like here. We really have to be careful with this. That's really the that's like a big chunk of the Japanese Navy. Those are all fleet carriers as well. They're not escort carriers. Oof, Audacious taking a bad hit. How's the air combat going? Not so great. Okay, this is risky. I'm liking the looks like okay. We've got a big positioning bonus. We are deorging their ships. I'm tempted to send more in, but I'm liking the positioning bonus we're getting, so I'm gonna watch this. This is okay. What's going on here? You're getting attacked. Are you winning this? No. Yes. Reinforcement chats 3.6. I gotta pay attention to that. I cannot lose the Gurkha Corps while this battle is going on. Okay, that's a bombing run. You know what's happening is that they've got land-based air, and this is gonna be a rough fight. I mean, it's gonna be a rough fight compared to the naval cakewalk we've had so far against Italy and Germany. So. We're still essentially winning the battle. Okay, we need to cycle this out now. Who's in better shape? This one. I will send them here to try and catch them, but I'm going to try and get them out of this fight as soon as possible. Ooh, they're getting bombed. Ooh, that's really rough. That's going to use up all their org. No, never mind. Go back to Singapore. Yeah, they're getting nailed. Okay, wow, I actually managed to catch them with. Yeah, I managed to catch them with the second carrier squadron, which is great. Before they even left the province. God, why are they so slow? Oh, I've got both in there now. I'm not so keen on that. I do not like that. Can I withdraw you? Yeah, they're getting badly bombed by land-based bombers. These are good carriers too. These are my best carriers. It's kind of nasty. We're gonna lose a cruiser. Probably anyway. Can I get these guys out of here? Can we, please? I'm a little bit concerned. No, doesn't look like it. Yeah, my positioning bonus has gone down, which is not so great. We're winning the air battles, which is always a good sign. We are winning this battle. It's just not as handily as I would like. Is that battle still ongoing? Yeah. Okay. Looks like we might even save that. We might even be able to save that light cruiser. Oh, is that over now? Yes, it's over. Okay. They all retreated. Oh, that's a shame. Okay. What's going on here? We are winning this. Are we running out of supplies? That's the real question. I should not have landed a full core here. That's really stupid. They only have an HQ here though, so we don't really have to win that fight. We just have to have enough supplies to actually do it, and we can land some. We can actually air supply from Singapore, so not the end of the world. All right, let's send you. See if I can actually catch these guys. I think they're gonna get stuck. If we can chase them into this port, that's great. That'll get them farther away from their air support. You can go back to Singapore before I lose anything. Oh, I think I lost a... No? No, that was this fleet. No, the HMS Manchester is still fine. I'm so pissed off at the naming thing for some reason. It's named all of my cruisers with the same name. There's like so many great light cruiser names for the UK, and for some reason it's not using them. I should probably just manually name them. Okay, follow. Ah, we caught them. This fleet here, it should be, well, the Courageous and Glorious are kind of slow to be honest, but we're probably faster than them basically. It's an average speed with ships, and we've got a fair number of reasonably modern ships in there. So all it takes is for the AI to assign a bunch of level 1 destroyers or something for their fleets to be. Oof. It's not going super well. They have way more ships than me too. Yeah, this is probably being a bit too cavalier here. Maybe I can intercept with them. Ah, we're gonna sink a carrier though. If we can get something in how are our kegs? Oh, they're fine. Yeah, I don't want to lose kegs and I don't want to lose a carrier. If I can get the second carrier squadron to blockade this port, then they can't escape. It's the air battle. Yeah, this is some fierce naval fighting. You can see why I had that third carrier squadron built though, eh? And to be honest, I'm not gonna like prioritize them, but I think we will do another round. As soon as those finish. I guess I should prioritize them if I ever want to build them. 42. What do I got in here? Oh yeah, there's all sorts of garbage text I'm researching anyway. Yeah, I think I'll finish those up and towards the end of 1942. Yeah, in like fall of 1942, I'll put some carriers in the queue, basically in case we lose some, to be honest. Air combat. Where's the other carrier squadron? I don't know if it's gonna get there on time. I don't want to pursue with these guys. Oh, they're retreating that way. I don't want to fight them here again. I really don't. Yeah. I need all don't go that way. Yeah, if I give them an order there and then shift right click there, then I can manually order them where I want them. I don't want to. The Sunda Strait is, oh shit. Okay. The Sunda Strait is just not a good place for us to be hanging out right now. Not until we take this base. Are they out of supply? Can they attack? As long as they can attack and take the port there. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to air supply them. Let me take a look here. Let's just air supply them anyway, to be honest. Five transport planes will give them enough supply. Let's just do like. That should be good. There are still German subs. There's that carrier squadron coming back to this port. Question is... Okay, let's see if we can rearrange these. See if I can rearrange these so that I can put together a fleet that's like the best. That has the best, everything that's in the best shape. That's what I'm trying to say. Also, that's like a full 12 size 12 fleet. Ideally with Cunningham JHD is level 7. Okay, that's fine. They're all good. All the leaders are good. I'm not worried about them. That's fine. Let's try and get rid of anything that's under, you know, 90% essentially. And let's put, what have we got? 5 carriers here. Let's put this 91% one. This carrier, this is basically going to be a reserve squadron now for the time being. Oof, this guy's the better leader. Anyway, I'm not changing leaders because they'll lose all their org. And let's see if we can grab anything out of the second carrier squadron. Oh. It's doing that weird thing. Sometimes the... Okay, yeah. Sometimes the these percentages don't show up correctly. It's just a weird glitch I've noticed over the years. I don't want to take Courageous. I'll take Achilles. 4 carriers and 7. Yeah, I think it's just we really, what we have to do is we have to grab this port and we have to sink those ships. There's just no sense in letting them escape. I just want to make sure that my whole Pacific fleet is not handicapped. As UK, we really just don't have the luxury of, you know, throwing everything we have nonchalantly, which, to be perfectly honest, I'm doing. But yeah, everything looks fine here. I'm gonna take that off for now. Medium air search radar, that can come off. I'll look at those in a bit. At this point in the game, the techs for Britain anyway, as long as you're winning, presuming you actually have more leadership than you began with, the techs become a little bit of a non-issue as long as you haven't forgotten anything crucial. So I'm not going to spend too much time micromanaging that. Yeah, I wasn't expecting all this naval combat. If we don't land in, there we go. Yeah. Okay, Ryujo there is 70% strength. Really good if we can sink it. Air combat. We're winning the air. Especially since we're going to grab this ports. I'm also tempted to suit up those Marines and... Oh, that's good. So they're port striking me. Oh, that looks like a dead Japanese naval bomber. That's really good. Because they've been naval striking me with naval bombers. That's the only reason they're standing any chance. 16 ships against 11. I think I lost something. Did I lose something or did I just not? No, I only had 11. Just cannot repair fast enough. It takes such a long time to repair fleets, but you know, for all of the ships that I have, like if I look at my stack here, like all those damaged carriers, I mean, just look at their fleet, right? And my civil defense techs and all the techs that affect like my ports and you know, I've put the infrastructure in that province up to max, so there's no doubt that I can repair faster than them, even if I've got less ships in the area than they do. I can still beat them. We're still fighting? Yeah. Carriers deorged. It says we've lost the battle. Does that mean we're retreating? Oh god, what a hassle. Interesting. I'm a bit surprised about that. Will they engage us again? If we've lost it, they should chase us. But I don't think they are. Yeah, it's because our ships are at a org basically. And I don't think I'm gonna follow them. Have I lost anything? No. Okay. I just think I don't quite have enough ships in this stack. But anyway, they are not gonna have these ports soon. So I'll be able to move a little bit more aggressively. We do need to repair though. We need to. It's just it's too important. How are we doing here? That can be attached to Second Army, which is going to get another motorized corps. 6 motorized corps. This is probably going to be, I guess, yeah. I'll fix that after. These are all full. Oh, yeah, these are all full. Okay, so that army will be done. Once I have that army done, looks like it's going to be done in August. Once that army's done, yeah, 5 armored divisions, 10 armored divisions, 15 motorized corps. That's more than enough to invade. Thing is, I don't have any Marines handy here, but to be perfectly honest, I'll either fly the Gurkhas home and use the Gurkhas, or I will simply do a naval landing with motorized divisions, which is heresy. To be honest, you know what? Maybe I won't, just because you don't do. You can get away with it. You shouldn't, but you can. You shouldn't be able to, but you can get away with landing a fully motorized army. You know, I'm gonna try and not do that, but okay, I'm actually not defending that port. Where is the air units? That's a bit of an oversight. Mediterranean Command. I gotta keep an eye on these things. You can lose a lot of ships to naval bombers, right? So these guys are losing some battles. That's okay. Eastern Mediterranean. I guess I gotta use these guys. Yeah, they gotta defend the ports. Wait, they're not in range. Oh, this is the wrong one. Okay, take second interceptor. Yeah, they have to defend the ports. They have got to defend the ports. Where else are there ports? Not too worried about. Yeah, it's got to be something like that. Air intercept passive looks good to me. Okay. Air combat over Rome. I would send the Marines from here to do the naval landing, but that's bad news. It's just not the Marines are not are. I know they're sitting there doing nothing, but they're here for safety. If somehow Japan manages to do a big landing here, you know, right now all the entire British Pacific Fleet is basically in port repairing, right? I don't know if we sunk. Did we sink another carrier? I don't think we did. We were awfully close. We really almost sunk. Did we lose anything? No. The only thing we've lost all game is a I feel bad about this. I feel like I'm cheesing the naval side thing a bit, but maybe I've just, to be honest, I've just gotten good at it over time, and it becomes hard to lose anything when you're good, and then I feel like I'm you know, in a dangerous situation when my fleet's starting to lose org and strength, but the reality is I'm just so accustomed to not losing any ships that it feels like I've done something seriously wrong when, you know, one cruiser sinks. Perhaps not the best way to think about the game. Let's see. Oh yeah, I sunk 2. Oh no. Right. What I want to see is if I've sunk any CVs. That's what I'm looking at. CL, CV. Ah, I sunk Akagi. That's right. Yeah. And Zuho. Okay. So that's not. We still haven't crippled them. We gotta hit them. We gotta get all their CVs, man. That's how it works. If we sink their CVs, we win. Against Japan, anyway. That's the one thing that I find is a shame about the naval in this game is the fact that you can't mix the battleships and the carriers, because if I were to bring my battleships from the Mediterranean here, they would just get sunk. They would get sunk, or they would you know, they would make the carriers less effective. It just wouldn't help, and it would hinder us. Come on. Where did they go to port? Are they no, they're not there. Okay. Unless my intelligence is bad. No, my intelligence is good. Looks like they're not building any more carriers. What's Germany building? Uh-huh. Italy's building a battleship. That's amusing. Too little too late, I'm afraid. Let's see. I gotta mop these guys up. We should now have supply. It'll take a while to get there. Let's take a look at infrastructure. We're just totally out of supply. Okay. And just wait. Yep. Oh, they're attacking across the strait. Can they win that? Doubt it. See, this is where I would actually want to use battleships. Alright, what's going on here? I think I lost something. No, I just shuffled things around. That fleet is just totally unbalanced. Let's see what we can do here. Take a cruiser out there. I should have brought that other cruiser along. That one I put in that stupid reserve fleet. That was stupid. I forgot that these fleets were not size 12. Let's do it. I would ideally build more light cruisers. More light cruisers, more carriers overall, but it's not the end of the world. It's just the reality is that if we get to a kind of stalemate here in terms of the Navy, if we can just sort of not really sink the Japanese Navy, but just kind of defend. We're getting shore bombardment now. It's kind of risky. Okay, well, you go reinforce. You go here and mop these guys up. Let's attack from 3 provinces. Those Japanese Marines are tough. What's that? I don't know. Whatever. Probably an air battle. Germany probably has quite a substantial air force in the Mediterranean now, so I do have to pay a little bit of attention to. To the state of my air squadrons there. It's definitely somewhat important. What happened with those garrison units? Lol. There we go. You can stay there. Oh, wait, let's attach them to a theater. Far East Theater. There we are. You can go there, and that way Siam will send its infantry to the front, where it will be actually useful. Japan has quite a large army here, bigger army than I do, but that's fine. The more they stack on that border, the less they have to screw around with. Although Japan is probably, let's take a look at manpower. Italy has basically no manpower left. Germany has 1,000, which is pretty much equal with me, a little bit more than me, but not much more. Japan is the leading Axis country in terms of manpower. Now, that tends to happen because they don't have enough IC to actually build anything with the manpower they have. So it's a little bit of an illusion. They will likely not run out of manpower for quite some time, but they also won't be building very much. So, okay, I know what's going on here. I need to do this. We need like 10 points into officers. It just can't be this low. It's okay, whatever. It just can't be. It can't be lower than like 130 or so. We need our armies to be in absolute top shape. Because these Japanese troops are, in terms of Marines, they're every bit as good as the Germans. They're not to be trifled with. So one thing is the UK is you get used to fighting. You tend to fight a lot of weaker opponents early on, and you got to when you're fighting the real Axis, you have to You know, you have to pay attention. Come on. We're not getting. Looks like we're not getting naval bombed here. They've got an air force there. Let's take the Marines, the Gurkha Corps as well. Can I do this? Yeah. Let's grab this port. Yeah, we can't. They can't have those air bases. It's just not. It's not a good idea for us to let them have them. Looks like our fleets are completely repaired. God, it's awesome having level 10 infrastructure. I can't stress that enough, guys. If you're thinking about playing UK, you often don't know what to build in terms of infrastructure and stuff. Put infrastructure on your ports. It will win you the war, literally. Yeah, you got a lot of HQ units there. Awesome. They really have very little to speak of here in terms of units. Just mopping up a few divisions, getting some combat experience. Come on. There we are. That was a swift naval invasion. Can we supply across the strait? I think we can, yeah. Interesting. Okay. We can move here. I should probably take one and go here though, because there's the river. What's the terrain? Oh, it's actually plains. Hilarious. And then mountains. Would have been almost better to do this the other way around. Do the Marine invasion here and the Gurkhas here, because this is not ideal terrain for the Marines, but not a big deal. They're both they're fine. They're all gonna be fine. Home by Christmas. Okay, let's take this like that. You can go here after. Oh no, is that too low infrastructure? Yes. Awesome. Well, that makes it even simpler. Then you can do this and then this. Well, that's awesome. So now the question is, where did their fleet go? Presumably. Oh, I take control of that too. Interesting. Yeah, how do I get Sunda Strait? Is that a strategic effect? Makassar Strait. Laut province. All of the below. One of the following. All the God. This is the worst thing about this particular generation of Paradox games, and even to be honest, even like EU4 and like some of the more recent ones still have this problem where it's like it's awesome that they're giving me all the conditions, but like this has to be done better. Like this box here, it's terrible. I don't mean to be whiny. I understand it. I can decipher it, like, or I can go into the text files and figure it out. I do understand how. It's not that I don't understand it. It's that, like, guys, like, this is important UI. If I don't know, if I have to decipher this and I can't figure it out, I'm just not going to use this whole aspect of the game, right? I'm thinking about it like beginning players as well, who open up a menu like this and they're just like, oh god, what even is this, right? What I wanted to see was if there was a Sunda Strait strategic effect, but I don't believe there is. I think there's the Makassar Strait, and to get the Makassar Strait, that's here. It's probably like all of these ports. So America's taken one of them, and I also don't know if it counts if our ally has it or not. Sometimes it works when your ally has it, and sometimes it doesn't. So, and that menu there, it doesn't make it easy for me to answer that question. So I'm not gonna beleaguer the point. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. At this point, it's all gravy. We do not. It's not gonna make or break our game. No, no. Oh God, I did not. That's a misclick. Whoops. Not a big deal, but just gonna slow things down. Attacking across the river like that. You can go there. You're going to win this battle, I hope. Yes. It's the infrastructure situation. It's actually pretty good down here. They've been... Oh, I wonder whether the Netherlands... I have no idea what the AI does. I should tag switch to like AI Netherlands when they're in the middle of... when they've already been defeated in Europe and see what they build at some point. Because I think... I have a feeling that they have like a token amount of IC. Everyone gets a base IC even if they don't even have any IC on the map. And I think they are probably just like building a bunch of infrastructure. Port strike in Toronto. Okay, what's going on with these port strikes? Am I actually... Okay, I just gotta double check here. Eastern English Channel. Yeah, everything's fine. Okay. It's hard to pay attention to everything. I'm to be honest, I'm tempted to put the air units in the Mediterranean on automatic, but they don't coordinate well with the Navy. They don't always prevent those port strikes. That's why I don't do it. I really cannot have. I don't know. I hate when my fleets get sunk in port because I'm not paying attention. I mean, that's no good. We don't want that. Okay, you go there. You go there. Oh, that's fine. I can live with that. Tell you what, you go there. Yeah, I think I'm afraid this episode's going to be mostly Pacific antics because I don't think we're going to get to anything in Europe, but a lot is happening here, believe it or not. Whatever. Now the question is, where is the Japanese fleet? Where are those? Can I see? Okay, probably up here. Probably up here. We should hunt them down. I'll leave one carrier squadron in the Singapore Strait, and let's go on a little hunting tour with Cunningham. Of course, we've got both Cunninghams in Asia now. Yeah, we can go on a little hunting tour here. Where have they got ports? They've got a port here. As usual, they haven't even touched Borneo. Borneo has stuff. It has resources. If you play as Japan, like, I usually take that. Of course, I might just take it because I play so much as England and sort of know what's there. I mean, there's like, oh, it's only 3 rares. You know what? Not Borneo. Oh, there's oil, though. Yeah, 11 oil. That's, what's it called? It's a Miri, it's called in this game. That is, is it Bahrain? The little, not Bahrain. Not Bahrain. The little city state there in Borneo. They're in real life, guys. Is that a Japanese fleet? It's hard to tell, eh? Yeah. Oh, that's it. That's the one we were chasing before, and it's still in shit shape. They never sent it home. Awesome. I found it. Well, that was easy. All I had to do was send out bait, basically. You can come and join this in case shit gets weird. This is a little closer to the Japanese home islands than I would like. The Americans have lost a lot of ships because they're being so aggressive. There's a reason I'm not hanging out in the. There's a reason I'm not hanging out in the Japanese sort of home waters. Yeah, okay. This is not really a good way to do this here. Really, I should do this. Not like I'm trying to do any kind of grand encirclement or anything. It's just... Alright, let's pay attention up here. Did I send that? You're on your way. Okay. Oh my god. They probably engaged an American fleet or something. Whoa. That was swift. I guess it's probably only been a week or two. Like, we sent our ships right back to Singapore and got them repairing real fast, and they've probably been putzing around in the China Sea. Let's sink another one. Now they're going to go back to port in the Philippines, so there's nothing we can do. Okay. No, you're gonna guard the Singapore. Well, let's put him there for now. And you are going to go home and repair. That's awesome, though. I think we sunk at least one. Cunningham's level 7. That's great. I think we sunk at least one carrier in that engagement, and we sunk a bunch of other stuff too. They're going back to ports in Manila. But I will. By the way, one part of the way that I found them is I looked for engagements, because we can see our allied engagements, right? Like this, these are probably American submarines sinking stuff. Oh my God! Oh my God! Okay, they're just going to invade Japan. Well, that's kind of a shame, to be honest. I mean, it's a shame. Yay, our allies are winning this part of the war for us. I usually America does not succeed at this. They're not doing very well. I mean, the reality is that Japan just doesn't have anything here. Probably because it's all like here and probably mostly here. I mean, I don't know how much they've got. Jesus. Yeah, that's what's happened here. I was somewhat aggressive in Siam, and now they've put their whole army here and they're going to collapse. They've probably got tons of stuff in China as well. That's a bit of a shame. I don't the whole Pacific theater of this game is a bit of a shit show, to be honest. I'm very much enjoying this action here. But yeah, AI Japan, man. I'm shocked. This is yeah, that's a shame. It just means we'll have less of a Pacific War. But on the other hand, this is probably the most interesting part of the war for England anyway. I often find that I sort of lose patience with the game at around the time when it's time to go mop up Japan. All that island hopping gets to be a little bit annoying. So yeah, it's a mixed blessing, let's say. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. The cores are sitting on their transports and in range. Not a very safe place for them to be, mind you, but okay, I can pick up the Gurkhas there. I think we're pretty much ready to go here. We're just missing maybe one. Oh, we're missing 2 divisions of motorized. August 15th. Okay, let's try and get the clock to August 15th. That way I really can do. I'm almost tempted to, yeah, pretty soon we'll be able to put the Pacific Fleet on auto for a while. As crazy as that sounds, we will be able to. Oh, see, this is not, oh, it's fine. It's fine. Just, we're attacking across a river. That's what sucks. That's what sucks. It was not my intention to do so. Can you just support this attack, please? At least we're getting lots of experience. That was probably hard on our manpower, though. This is not a good way to do things. All right. We'll chase the Japanese on. Is this Java? This is Java, right? I think so. Yeah. And mostly us sinking convoys. Yeah. We will be able to put the Pacific Fleet at some point on autopilot to some degree, and then just kind of selectively take it off AI when I need to do something important. Lol. Totally forgot this ridiculous. This provinces. Yeah, when we're invading. But what I'm trying to get at is when we're actually invading mainland Europe, I won't have to be microing them so much. What's that? That's okay. One more motorized corps, or one more division, I mean, and then we'll be done. That's 3rd Indian Division on the 14th of August. Officer ratio is at 127, which is pretty good. Looks like I've pretty much got enough leadership in that. Let's check this port here. And let's see if I can maybe find that fleet one more time. Yeah, they're going to be somewhere around here. Well, it's not such a bad thing that America's contributed in a meaningful way. I don't know. I don't think Japan can fix this. I don't think AI Japan probably what I sunk a lot of those transports. I probably just killed their fleet to such a degree that they were unable to send anything back to defend against. I think is that the same fleet or a different one? Ooh, that's a whole new one, and it's not. Oh, it's over here. Okay, interesting. Lots of heavy cruisers. That's a bit worrisome. 30. Oh, this is the entire Japanese fleet. Okay, this is an emergency. Alright. We will probably win that battle because we don't have a lot of carriers, but we need to send out everything we got. Yeah, we can doom stack them at this point. We've got Somerville. He's going to get a positioning penalty. We should be able to trap them if we're... Oh, God. French submarine. That's not going to help much. I was hoping that was an American fleet. This is kind of risky. They can doomstack us for sure. I should not have had my fleets that dispersed. I was getting a little bit cocky because of the our early victories. I'm seeing. Oh, that's a Gurk. That's an American. I thought it was a naval bomber, but that's a paratrooper, which Lord only knows what the American paratroopers are doing now. Right. Just keep crawling forward here. Be more efficient to go around and grab that port, but I don't have the naval coverage actually, so just as well not. What was that? Something in Rangoon? I saw Rangoon there. Oh, airbase has been built. Okay, God. I was worried it was like port strike or something. Yeah, so we're wiping them out in air combat, and because of that, we should be okay until the first carrier squadron arrives to relieve them. But they have a much bigger fleet, so this is not. We do have to be a little bit careful. The problem here will happen. We will run into trouble when our CAGs run out of org. They're probably not even engaging us. They're probably not even within firing range of any of these ships because the carrier air groups are just driving them away. Yeah, they have a terrible positioning penalty as well. Looks like they're running. Let's follow. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Oh, I thought that battle was done. Oh man, that's a big mistake. It's okay, we'll catch him. Okay. Just converge here. That wasn't... 19 ships. Yes, the British Pacific Fleet is quite a fearsome beast at this point. How many carriers do we have? 13. Oh, no, that's not... Some of those aren't ours. I think we have 12 or something. 8. Seems like we got more than that. 4, 8, 12. Yeah, 12. We are getting kind of a nasty positioning penalty, but not as much as they are. Let's see if we can hit more by just going with the 2 stacks. So the thing is the UK is too is that you know when you're playing as Japan, you can really focus on this naval stuff, and we can as well. Obviously, we are, but only to a point. We have to engage elsewhere. You know, we have to do that landing. 15th of August. It looks like it's going to be an early fall landing. Okay, everyone's in great shape. Let's follow. We'll follow them until they get to go to port. I don't think we've sunk anything yet. Very hard to sink anything with these terrible positioning. Ooh, yeah, we're getting a bad positioning penalty. I do not like that. Let's take 2 smaller ones. Looks like we've got most of the Japanese fleet in one stack here, I'd say. And we've engaged again. Let's sink something. Come on. I think I lost something. Yep. Everything's in pretty rough. Nothing of ours is too rough shape though. As long as we don't lose a carrier. Yeah, looking pretty good. These guys are in better shape. Let's do. Oh, they're going to port. Are they going to port? Do they? No, they don't have that port. Where are they going? No. That's Portugal. Do they have landing rights in Portugal or something? No, I need to click Japan. I need to click actual Japan, not just conquered Netherlands Japan. Do they have... Has military access through Portugal. Bastards. Well, Question is... Let's take these guys, send them back to Singapore before they get any more damage. They can't really do much more because they're out of org. No! Oh, that was not what I intended to do there. God, I'm getting, I think I'm getting a bit tired, guys. I should wrap this up. That was silly. That was a very silly misclick. I just rebased all those carriers to Singapore, which I'll use up. No, they don't have any orgs. It's not the end of the world, but it was not ideal. Okay, let's move this here. They may not have any supply in port. Yeah, okay, good. Please tell me I did not. Okay, good. Well, that's fine. You can go back here where you belong. Thank you. And we'll just leave them there for now. I should probably actually just leave them there, yeah. Trouble is yeah. There's probably very little supply in this Portuguese port. That being said, it depends on how many convoys Portugal has. Oh yeah, they're trying to get out again. And we caught them. Okay, they're losing stuff. Oh yeah, we should be able to wipe them out. They're basically trying to run the blockade at this point. I don't think they have any air units, so our air units should not lose nearly as much org as they were before. That's why we started getting damaged. Because when you're fighting a much bigger fleet with carriers, you can usually still win, but you have to your CAGs have to have org, or it all goes to hell. Whatever. I should keep an eye. That's okay. I think they'll be fine. They're on passive. I hope. I should probably check some stuff off screen. Maybe we'll do some air patrols off screen at the beginning of next episode in the Mediterranean, just because they do need to be. I do need to pay attention to them. Okay, let's follow them. Ooh, they managed to get by, but alright, I'd really like to... Question is, where are they going? They could be going to that port. I think they're going back here. Mm-hmm. Where's the other carrier squadron? That's not good. Oh, okay, we're good. Bit concerned there for a second. Okay, that's a heavy cruiser. Not that it really matters. The heavy cruisers are not really... Okay, we are running out of org for our CAGs for sure. Not ideal. See if I can retreat them a bit and let the CAGs... just let the CAGs... Ooh, that's bad. Okay. What's going on here? Yeah, I should get out of here. This is we do not want to be losing. We do not want to be losing CAGs. Yeah, we're gonna lose another cruiser, I think. God, these are just huge battles. Okay. Well, I said I was gonna run away, but I'm just too tempted to see this through to the end, man. Oh, I can't do that. Unfortunately, I wanted to loop him back, basically. I was just following an Australian fleet by mistake, I think, there. There's another battleship gone. I don't see... Oof. Yeah, I didn't see a carrier go down, but I think one did. They're hard to sink, those carriers. Which, you know, again, that's pretty realistic, right? I mean, it was not easy to sink carriers in World War II. They took a long time. That's probably a Japanese escort carrier. Let's go home. Let's send these guys home. That was some pretty major naval fighting. We have. What, I'm trying to look for it. This is what I'm looking for here. There we go. Ship sunk. So I thought I lost something. To be honest, I thought I lost a cruiser at least, a light cruiser, but I guess not. I guess we truly are invincible. They've been. America has lost some bad. Like they've lost battleships. Not wow, a fair amount to be honest. They've lost a lot. Nothing crucial. I can see a couple battleships, landing craft. Yeah, they're getting they're getting pounded by the enemy carriers. Okay, my mission in coming here though was not to just make fun of the American AI, but to see what we sunk. Let's do this. What I want to see is if we sunk any carriers. Okay, so looks like the USS Oklahoma mopped up the Ryujo, which I had crippled at one point. Not that I'm not giving them any credit. I mean, good on them, right? We have sunk 2 CVLs. Akagi. They have two ships named Akagi. Okay. Kaga, and that's it. Okay. Four Japanese carriers down. Two Japanese escort carriers. Don't think they have a whole lot left, to be honest. Maybe another 4 or 5 max. They don't think they generally build more than about 10. Yeah, there must not be too much left of the IJN at this point. We've got the upper hand. Let's put it that way. We just faced off against a fleet of like 30 ships, and that's the size of our fleet. We don't even have 30 ships in the we have just about 30 ships in the Pacific. One thing I'd like to do, I'm going to end this episode here. One thing I'd like to do is I'd like to do a little bit of an inventory of my fleet and see if I can cannibalize some decent light cruisers. I don't think I can, to be honest. I think I've already sent all the good ones, but if I have a handful of even like level 2 or level 3 light cruisers, I want to send them to the Pacific because they're not doing any good here. Oh, there's one. Yeah, I could take the light cruisers out of the ASW squadrons here. So yeah, let's do that next episode. I'll just detach them now so I don't forget. Yeah, I'll do that now. So yeah, next episode we will absolutely... I said I'd go to the 15th of August. It's the 11th. We're almost there. I will absolutely invade France next episode, no doubts. At the very least, I'll be creating a short front here, and we have a whole other army on its way out. And as that army comes out, and I'll also be taking at that point expeditionary forces from... our allied expeditionary forces will start arriving as well. So those two armies plus the expeditionary forces will slowly start to creep across, creep across France, and they'll eventually be met by this army at some point. But yeah, that will be a whole different side of the campaign. I'm glad we just hung out here this whole episode. That was fun. That was cool. Yeah, I got to do one thing here before I forget, which is to take these guys. And we're just going to send them all to... I want their cruisers is what I want. I could build more, but you can see how much of my IC I'm using just to build the army that we're going to use to invade. So if I build more light cruisers, it's just going to suck up IC that I would really rather use in the army at this point. And then these two here. It'd be even tempting to send some of those destroyers. They don't have the range though. They limit the range of our navies. Okay, that's it. I'm going. I'm calling this episode. So yeah, if you enjoy the series, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And that's it. See you next episode when we invade France. Ciao.